Going to I go live.
Going live.
Going live. Do it live. Do it live. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Fellow Bitcoiners, happy Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 14. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay.
And we are here with more crypto talk. What's going on, T. Martin? Hola. Over on Facebook.
Hola.
Of course, we're streaming live here on YouTube at Kirby Crypto, KRBECRYPTO, on Facebook and on I Go Live under KingBless.com.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. It was a, hey, Crypto Q, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Hey, we saw a message come across. We haven't read it yet. We owe you that. We still got you. But what's going on? First of all, who's our Bitcoin winner from last week? Who got the free Bitcoin?
From last week, was it Crazy Bastard Customs? We're gonna help a brother out. We're gonna send you some free Bitcoin, get you started. Thanks for that comment and subscribe. We'll send that to you. Make sure that public address is working. We'll send that to you today. So appreciate the comment. Everybody else, like I said, keep watching and commenting. We're sending out free Bitcoin every day. So
we did like 40. So far we gave away like 40 videos worth of free Bitcoin, people. All right, like we giving out this Bitcoin. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell everybody, come join. All right, so great weekend in crypto. Oh, what's going on, Crazy? Yeah, no problem.
Oh, yeah, no problem. We'll send that to you.
Great weekend in crypto. What's the word right now?
Well, as the title says, Honey Badger don't care.
Honey Badger don't care.
Bitcoin like people have described it as a honey badger for a reason. It doesn't back down no matter what happens.
It's not scared nobody.
And one of the biggest things I was reading charts, pretty much 48 hours straight all weekend, just looking at charts, and everybody was bearish. I've seen this before. In the short term, I won't say mid or long term, but in the short term, when everybody agrees on something, usually the opposite happens, which is it's a testament to how much people want to use Bitcoin. A few factors might have pushed the price, which we'll talk about today. But yeah, over a $300 jump.
$300 in one weekend.
Woo! Well, it looks like we may hit 4,000 if we break past that psychological barrier. Could be a short time to 5 or 6, like some people are predicting. So, hey, got some more stuff coming too. So
Honey Badger don't quit.
Not at all.
I mean, not only is it just the crypto Bitcoin that's going up, but there's other, once again, altcoins that are just pumping because of just news. I mean, there's so much news going on in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's been interesting. It's been good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One of the things I have about news too is Barclays. Was it Barclays?
Yeah.
Barclays. I can't pronounce words right, people, if you haven't noticed yet.
The Nets Stadium.
The Nets, yeah, the Nets Arena Barclays joined the CLS Blockchain Consortium. Now, if you're anything like me when you first hear this, you're like, well, what the hell is that, right? Well, the CLS Blockchain Consortium consists of JP Morgan Chase, yes, the dinosaur of the day always, old Jamie Dimon or whatever his name is, Goldman Sachs, and Bank of China.
Blockchain Consortium.
The Blockchain Consortium. So listen, Barclays have just joined with JP Morgan Chase, which is one company, I said it in 2 syllables, Goldman Sachs, and Bank of China. What does that mean? That means that power players that are already in effect right now jacking up the financial system are joining together again to try to do it in the crypto space. However, they still haven't realized what's the big war that they don't understand that's going on.
Centralized versus decentralized.
They are still trying to make a centralized cryptocurrency. Now, why? After seeing how China's already acting, knowing how JP Morgan Chase jacked up everything back in 08, who else we have? Goldman Sachs. Come on. Goldman Sachs. I'm not even going to say anything negative about them because I'm actually worried about them.
Yeah.
And then you got Barclays coming in. I mean, these are the people you don't want anywhere near your money
at all,
like ever.
Yeah, they've already proven themselves. They've had years to prove themselves.
Each of them have proven themselves to be bad at managing money. However, they are joining together. They're putting their resources together. I'm sure with government backing, because of the Bank of China doing it, then you have all of China. Yeah. And we all know if you have Goldman Sachs, you have the United States. So pretty sure you have the governments behind this as well. But Barclays is joining the consortium, and they're in search of a Swift alternative. For those who don't know who Swift is another altcoin which is used by some banks right now, remittance payments, back and forth, all that good stuff. But they're getting together to find an alternative because Swift decentralized right now?
No, Swift is a company.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a coin, or they have their own way of exchange, but yeah, they're an actual company.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but still, they're looking to push them out and just take everything themselves like they always do. Exactly. We're going to get to it. So that means you should be, you know what? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to give you financial advice. However, we buy and hold Ripple because right now the only alternative to Swift looks like it is Ripple.
And I don't think they're gonna say it, but yep.
And honestly, Ripple has to be getting money from somewhere with as many conferences they've been doing in different countries. I mean, they're hiring like crazy. They're in UK, they're in India. They're jumping around.
That's another telltale
from
sign.
Country to country. Like, who's paying for that? Who's paying for these conferences and stuff? And we already covered this before. Ripple was actually doing their conference at the same time as someone else. I can't remember. You remember who it was?
Maybe BlockCon, but I'm not sure. It's a lot of conferences next month.
It might actually be the Swift one. It might be the Swift one, actually.
Yeah,
they're doing it like on the same day at the same time. So, people, this is all good news in the crypto market. I mean, prices are going up. So,
absolutely. And if you've seen some of the altcoins today, they've all jumped. So,
what else we have? We have Europe's largest port launches blockchain research lab. I forgot the port name. I think it's in Rotterdam. Might be pronouncing it wrong. But Europe's largest port has launched a blockchain research lab. What does that mean? This is like the second or third time we pinpointed that. There's a lot of companies, a lot of countries, everybody's launching these blockchain research labs. Yeah. Everyone wants their own centralized cryptocurrency. Yeah. So I think at this point we're in agreement that crypto isn't going anywhere.
Going nowhere.
Crypto is here to stay.
Not going backwards, people. If anybody tries to argue with you, ask them, do you still think we're going to use credit cards and banks and walk into banks for 10 years? If they say yes, something's wrong with them. I don't know.
Good luck to them.
Yeah, good luck to them. They already have patents pending or tried to have patents pending for cryptocurrency projects. They just keep bringing it up so they can find a way to get in there, which, like I said before, banks are always going to try and keep control. So this doesn't surprise me at all. All these groups. And
you made a great statement earlier when we were talking. You're like, it's going to be up to the people. I mean, you all out there are going to have to decide. Yeah. Do I want to go with a decentralized cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and some of the other ones, or do I want to, go back to the old dinosaur discipline, back to the centralized currency, and do what we've always done? So,
do you want to be self-sufficient? Or do you want to rely on other people? That's basically the choice you got to come down to.
It's pretty simple. But, with all that, another good thing in the crypto space, just saw an article today that says crypto jobs, which are at an all-time high, of course, now. We talked about this last week as well. They are hiring, and on average, they are paying more. They're paying up to 10 to 20% more than industry averages for salaries. They have better benefits. You can work remotely. There's more flexibility, and they're more liquid, which means some of these coins that they might pay you with or stock that they pay you with initially on, you might be able to cash them out within 6 months to a year if you want to.
Yeah. And what did we say like a couple videos ago? Learning the code.
Learn the code.
I know a good amount, but I might brush up a little more because I need to get to that level. But I mean, some of these jobs that they're offering, like you said, 10 to 20%, even as high, I've seen 50%. They're going in other countries because they're trying to get all the talent they can right out of college, young, fresh people who
they're going to be here for the next 30, 40 years.
They're not going anywhere. So That's a really good sign to see.
Yeah, so they're hiring people in the crypto field. Like I said, Ripple's opening up places everywhere. They're definitely hiring. If you go to their website, I've seen a bunch of openings. So people are hiring. They're paying more. You can work from home because you don't technically need to be in the office. All you need is a laptop. And you can cash out some of your stock or options that they give you when they give you these tokens and these coins. You can cash them out at a reasonable time and make a lot of your money back early on if you want to, or just hold them, and build a company, and make even more money long term.
Oh yeah.
So that's definitely a win-win. I was happy to see that. More opportunity, people. It's always opportunity. You just gotta find it.
It's not just buying it. You can also use what you already have to get into the space. So.
All right. So with that, new jobs. Let's talk about Upbit.
Oh yeah. If you haven't heard, in Korea, which is very, very bullish on Bitcoin, they actually have a Korean exchange coming called Upbit. Ooh. UPBIT. If you know about the Keiko or KAKAO talk that they have millions of customers, and they already have bank accounts linked to it. So actually buying crypto is easier than it ever was before in Korea or almost anywhere in the world. You don't have to go through an exchange, transfer it and do all this. It's already linked to the bank account. So easy access. That's why you probably see a big jump on a lot of alts today, especially ones in Southeast Asia like Neo, Quantum. Some of these you start to see them jump, and a lot of privacy coins as well, because that's a concern for people in China. So you'll start seeing that as well. But that's very big news. 111 altcoins are going to get listed, That's a good amount.
We know what's gonna happen, people.
And for those of you who
to tell them.
Yeah, that's for those of you who don't realize it, they're actually sponsored by Bittrex, so they have a partnership with them. So if you use Bittrex, if you trust it, this is actually an offshoot of them. So it's a few places out in Korea. Don't ignore Korea. People talk about China a lot, Japan. Korea is definitely bullish, and they've proven it. They're starting to put out products like this. So
well, not only that, if you all remember a few videos ago, Korea is a sanctuary country right now. They already said that taxing and confiscating Bitcoin is illegal to them in their country. They say that you can't tax it because it doesn't have an inherent value. We don't know the value today and tomorrow. Yeah. So they already say you can't tax it, and they say you can't confiscate it because it has no physical value or representation to it. So South Korea is definitely a sanctuary city, or sanctuary country, way ahead of everybody when it comes. And see, this is why they're going to drive and lead innovation, at least until somebody else steps up, is because they're making it easy for innovators, for entrepreneurs, for people who want to be in the space to come and do their business.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's always going to be like that, but right now it is, and it's the appropriate time for it to be like that right now.
Oh yeah.
So I can't wait.
I can't wait either. The more, the better. I mean, we got a lot more to go, but this is a good first step and a good blueprint for other countries who, if they want to jump into space, instead of trying to regulate it into the ground like some countries I know. Just accept the fact that there's new innovations.
Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
It's so much better.
And if you want your cut, then you need to get in where you fit in. Because this isn't a industry where you can just jump into it and take over.
You're not going to muscle your way in this one.
They've tried. I mean, if you ever heard of the R3 conference, the Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they've tried this. And then they shut that down because blockchain is not just blockchain. It's Bitcoin.
They keep trying to separate the two.
Keep trying to separate
because they can't figure out how to, once again, how to tax it, how to regulate it, how to get their cut from Bitcoin. Even though they don't deserve a cut. I mean, it's theft, but they're trying to figure out how to legally steal, and they keep hitting a roadblock because that's what this was meant for, to stop the stealing, to stop the theft.
All the bloated fees and all that.
But on a positive note, when it comes to Upbit, when it comes to 111 coins are going to be listed.
111 coins, yes.
So 111 coins, people, understand that when these coins are listed, they are all going up in value, okay? So pay close attention to it. Not saying it's going to stay up in value. Sometimes it's literally a 24 or 48 hour turnaround. Maybe not, though. I don't know the demand coming from South Korea. I haven't been. But believe that when they get listed on a new exchange and more people are allowed to buy them, like you said, they can buy them with ease as well, right?
Absolutely. So
you can buy it with ease. They're listed on a new exchange. You're about to serve a whole new population, an entire country, and really the surrounding region, since China can't buy them now. These coins are going to explode when it goes over there. So interested to see the ones that make it, ones that don't make the cut, of course. 111 is a lot, so probably all the main ones are definitely going to be on there. Some of these pumped up ones that you can only find on some of these. On some of these other sites, they might not be, but that's probably for the best.
Yeah, probably some new ones, but because we got some interesting coins coming out.
So speaking of countries that are readily accepting crypto and Bitcoin on and blockchain technology, on this good stuff.
Hella international today.
Is it hella international? One country that was kind of trying to push back, even though we saw it coming, everyone who's been in the industry has already seen it coming. It was only a matter of time. It looks like they're starting to crack, and that is Venezuela. For those who don't know, Venezuela has inflated their currency to astronomical heights these last year or so. People it's like walking around with barrels of money, okay? People cannot afford to pay for stuff. They can't buy stuff. And their citizens were looking at each other like, what can we do next? This was already happening last year. And that's when people started calling it. They were like, hey, they don't have a choice. They're going to have to jump on crypto right now. Either that or they're going to have to be in a depression and deal with it.
I mean, like I was saying before, it's like when you hit the bottom, the very bottom, you'll try anything. Like I said, they might go back to the barter system. I mean, whatever it takes. And if you think they won't try and use Bitcoin, then you're sadly mistaken, because if a third world country or a country with 700% inflation like they have, if they can see it, then it should be obvious to you that whenever a country, a government fiat currency fails you, you have a hedge against it now. It's not just a foregone conclusion.
You don't have to buy your gold and keep it in the vault that somebody else owns. You know, actually buying gold, this is what a lot of people don't understand. Buying gold to me is like keeping your money on exchanges. You don't control that gold. Yep. Whoever's securing it controls it, and that's up to them to give it back to you. So when people always say you buy gold and silver, I'm like, all right, well, if something happened, how you gonna go get it? You just gonna go wheelbarrow and pick it up?
Yeah, exactly.
And then what if you get there and the people who have it say, well, you know what, we broke too, and we just gonna keep your gold.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say then?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
go on a rampage. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So
you're just gonna accept it and go home. But yeah,
so Venezuela might.
Man, they mining.
They might take a jump in the crypto market full time, and Bitcoin may become a national currency, or at least just a working currency there here in the very short future. So
cheap electricity too. So yeah, exactly. We've ended banks before. Nothing wrong with ending the Fed. They've been around over 100 years. And for those of you who follow the stock market, if you saw the fear that came with the threats against North Korea, because like I said, Bitcoin, you can do all the technical analysis in the world. Like I said, I saw 100 bearish charts this weekend. What they didn't factor in was that sometimes we have a president that runs his mouth against other countries. And the only thing
it takes is a tweet. We keep saying it.
The only thing that keeps our currency stable is the belief that it'll be stable tomorrow.
That is it.
If other countries don't think that, meaning, okay, you just got hit by a bunch of hurricanes. Puerto Rico is swimming underwater right now. You don't have money to support, whatever cause he's trying to do.
Highest debt ceiling in history.
Ever. And if people start losing hope, we might go to war with North Korea. The Dow took a quick dip this morning, as you can see, as Bitcoin went up to 3,900. So we've seen this before. India demonetized their money, Bitcoin went up. Brexit happened, Bitcoin went up. Every time government
went up by that.
Every time a government decides, we're going to do this with the currency, Bitcoin goes up as a hedge against, inflatable. You can print as much as you want. I mean, Janet Yellen at the Fed, she went before them. The guy with the buy Bitcoin sign, she went before them and said she didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like she basically was like, well, if we raise the debt ceiling, we'll see what happens, but that's why they push it back to December.
Yeah, they push it back to December. When it's Christmas time, it's New Year's, you're all going to be busy. And just like a couple weeks ago when they released the pushback to begin with on a Friday night, they're going to do the same thing. Yeah. I won't be surprised if it's Christmas Eve. Exactly. It's going to be it's going to be Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or like literally New Year's Eve. You're not going to know what's going on. You're going to be out partying, celebrating, you're going to be with friends, you're going to be home from school or taking your vacation, whatever. And then that's when they're going to release the news. I guarantee you.
One news cycle.
It's going to be quick. It's going to be very quickly done. And it's not funny. They just did it 2 weeks ago. It was on a Friday night. I'm telling you, when I saw it Sunday, I was like, wait, we haven't heard about the debt ceiling. Like, it's supposed to happen. And listen, we're waiting on it. People, don't worry. We'll watch it for you because we already know once the truth comes out about our financial situation here in the States, for those who have crypto, they're going to be doing all right. I mean, that is the truth. That's the truth that matters, bottom line. Not just because of the money coming out from Americans, but from the rest of the world. Everybody's going to see like, oh, they are having financial problems. Like, well, I'm supposed to be in bed with them too, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna hop out of here as well. So we do closely monitor our debt ceiling and what we're doing about it, because that does directly tie into the price of Bitcoin. Like you said, all it took was for a couple of shakiness, a couple of shaky things that happened this weekend, and the prices went up. Yep. Now imagine if something really happens. And realistically, can we go 4 years? Can we go 8 years without anything happening? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, doubt it.
I mean, so
there's been a war every presidency, so
yeah. So,
we'll
see what happens. But yeah, so yeah, got me excited about that, man. I like it. Somebody else said North Korea was using Bitcoin to circumvent money. I mean, that's the news. Here's the thing. I'm not saying they're not or they are. I don't know. And right now, I'm not trusting the news that I see on mainstream TV. So I don't know if they are or aren't. If they are, I mean that's a part of it being a real economy. Like,
anybody can use it.
And that's the point of it. I mean, that is the point of it. Not saying by any means North Korea. I don't know. I haven't been in that country. I haven't studied it, so I can't speak on them. But the point of cryptocurrency is also for things like that. If some countries are being sanctioned or something's happening to them, they can say, well, we can just use this money that's international, not owned by anyone, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, that's part of the crypto market.
Oh, yeah, Antonio, I agree with you. Yeah.
What they say?
He was saying it's good for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
The more people get it, the more people want to use it. It's absolutely good for Bitcoin.
The only people worried about North Korea using Bitcoin to circumvent regular money is people who don't have Bitcoin.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's, yeah.
And they're trying to cut off funding. I mean, that'd be interesting to see if we actually declare war and they try to cut off funding for North Korea through China somehow. I don't know, internationally. But they were like, well, we don't need funding because we have this big storage of Bitcoin.
And I was just about to say
that China is going to back us up.
And see, that's what I was going to say too.
That's what I said.
That's the actual play, because here's the truth, people. We've said it before. It's getting harder to buy crypto. It's getting harder to buy Bitcoin, all right? And it's for a reason, all right? People are really starting to see it. Even in China, they're like, well, now you got to be an accredited investor. Like, wait, what? No. Anybody can buy it. So it's getting harder to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a reason. So when people talk about North Korea using Bitcoin to circumvent money and stuff, this is why I don't believe it just for its face value. It's hard to get it. And for a country trying to accumulate enough to actually hold their country up, it's almost impossible to get at this point. Yeah. Okay, these coins have already been they've been mined or whatever. And people are holding coins. So like you said, unless China were to step in and say, we'll let you have some of ours, which is a whole nother issue, which we said videos ago, that China would never let North Korea fall because they're on their southeast border, which they won't. Then that's another issue we're going to have to look at as a nation, I guess.
And less than 0.1% of people have over 100 Bitcoins or something like that, or have over 10. So it's not like these people that are accumulate. It could be propaganda. These people accumulated. They don't have.
You can't just get Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, you can't just get it, and the demand is getting even worse because I know people personally who have been in Bitcoin. They're like, I'm never selling it. I mean, like I'm not selling it till my kid is about to go to college. That's 20 years from now, 18 years from now. So. It's becoming more and more, tough to get it, and as the demand rises, the price rises. That's why scarcity is good, and that's why an inflated, printable currency, at some point, you can't just keep printing money, man. And it doesn't even matter how much money you have. The velocity of money is what matters in the economy. Is it moving? Are people buying stuff? Are people confident that they can go spend it and not have to hoard all their money? So that confidence is slowly going away.
It's eroding.
The first domino might have just fell. And it's a lot of, in my opinion, distractions from that. But at the same time, stay focused.
It's the reason why everybody's calling 2018 to be one of the biggest years for crypto. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's something we still stand on. Thanks, Hadi. 2018 will be one of the biggest years for cryptocurrency.
If not the biggest.
If not the biggest. Yeah. It's going down in 2018. All right, like we just said, they just pushed the debt ceiling to December. Yeah. So that's already great news going in 2018. Bitcoin still accumulating, it's jumping up. Let's see if we can hit this 5K mark again, and at least stay there before the new year, which I'm sure we will. And then we're flying off of that. What's our take on mining?
On mining, not very profitable right now for Bitcoin.
Unless you had like $60 million.
Yeah, unless you got a few million.
No, probably like 20.
But I would say if you're one of those people who want to mine smaller coins in order to get that value later, I would look into definitely you could use Antminer, you could cloud mine, you could do it. But personally, lending, trading, accumulation of alts to me is more profitable. But it's a lot. Litecoin is pretty good right now as far as mining. I actually was mining years ago, so to me it's like no real profitability, but it still is for the future because if Litecoin does what I think it will be, if it goes up
2,000, 5,000, 10,000, it's still worth it.
Accumulation is always good. Just check your how much you pay for your mining equipment and your ROI and whatever time you have to do it. If you're thinking long term, absolutely. If you think in the next 5 months, then nah. But definitely long term. No problem, Anthony.
Yeah, but I will say for those, because I know we have some people who watch us that do have a lot of money to play with. You know, we talk to some of them. Yeah. If you do have deep pockets like that, then yeah, definitely get like a mining farm going. Don't have to be a huge one. Honestly, you could you could buy a house somewhere and turn that into a mining farm.
Seen it
like,
myself.
Right. Like you can really do stuff like the same way out here, out in California, people are literally buying homes and growing marijuana, you know, inside a garage or whatever, and they're turning their entire house into like basically a dispensary. You can do the same thing with mining. Like you could just literally buy the gear, like rent a house in some cheap, you know, part of the neighborhood somewhere, area, safe part of course, but just put everything in there. Nobody's gonna know what you're doing. You just straight mining for crypto. And
it's not illegal or sketchy. Yep. You literally just got computers running all day doing math problems.
That is it.
And that's why it's weird they want to tax it. You're basically taxing math and algorithms, which is crazy. But yeah.
Last thing, Swedish crypto. What's going on with that?
Well, if you heard of Sweden, they're actually doing exactly what other governments are trying to do. They're just at a more accelerated pace of trying to create a Fed coin, so to say. And Sweden is looking into backing their entire currency with digital currency, whether it's theirs or Bitcoin is kind of the fight right now. But they're basically all agree that we're leaving cash. Cash is gone.
The cash is gone, people.
I mean, they've been calling for cash to be gone since last year, and it's pretty much nobody uses it. I mean, in Sweden, to them, it's like, why do you even have cash? At this point, with digital currencies, they have a way to issue it with Bitcoin, but of course, governments want their cut, so they are discussing having their own coin in Sweden. I would look out for that because as you see some of these government coins pop up, it would be interesting to see if they peg it to the price so that it's stable, or if they allow it to do like cryptocurrency where it could kind of go up and down, you know, so you might be able to invest. Some of those Forex people out there, so
there you go. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, gotta start somewhere.
And the thing I would say about how we're getting away from this cash, you know, we're going into a cashless society, which is true. We were talking about that. I truly feel like we are going to a borderless, cashless, almost nationless society.
People who already starting.
Yeah, people are already starting. Like we said, you know, Roger Ver and then the other one. But what I believe is going to happen is all the way up until they've established their main coin, these countries, wherever it is, or all the countries might come together, because that's what that's what Russia called for. We talked about last week. Russia got with the United States. They're trying to get with China. They're like, look, let's stop fighting. Let's come up with a coin together that we'll figure out later, but we'll own this together. Yeah. I think something like that will be attempted on a large, global scale. After that, propaganda will come out where they really try to kill Bitcoin and other cryptos, because now they're gonna be like, we have our own. It's illegal to use. I wouldn't doubt if another 3 to 5 years they say it's illegal to use crypto, or excuse me, it's illegal to use Bitcoin because we already have our own crypto backed by banks and government. If you don't use ours, then what you're doing is illegal.
Yep, SPR.
I would not doubt that. And then once that happens, they'll go all the way back to the beginning. They're going to say cash is evil as well, because if you're not using their crypto, everything is wrong. So they're going to say cash is evil. They're going to say Bitcoin is bad. Buy our JP, Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Bank of China, U.S., Russia coin, and we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah. Well, I know once most of the Bitcoin people, if you say 2 or 3 years, 5 years from now, let's say the price hits 25K, 50K. Most of the people that's been in Bitcoin long enough, they're gonna have islands anyway. So
that's true.
I mean, like Richard Branson has an island, and I wouldn't be surprised. He actually has a metal, if you've heard of that altcoin meetup coming, because he's been in Bitcoin for years. So I wouldn't be surprised these small communities start popping up. People who, in their mind, are like, look, if you want a free society, you got to start with free money.
That's it.
Hey, let's start with Bitcoin. Hey, I know Roger Ver, somebody made a joke. He was saying, oh yeah, he got 100 white guys to start a new society. How innovative. However, it is innovative because he's trying. I mean,
he's doing it.
Demographically, I would say demographically, you can figure it out later. But if you're actually trying to move away from the holds of somebody telling you have to pay taxes, you have to do this, you got to listen to what we say, use our money, and that's a good start. Yeah. Got to start somewhere.
People always say leave. Now's your chance.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to go or start your own country, you couldn't do that without your own money. So,
so it'll be interesting. And not only that, one of the biggest things that will eventually happen, I think, is we might actually almost be there already, but we're going to eventually start seeing trillionaires, people. And once we start seeing trillionaires, that's too much money for one person. It's just one of those things where it is. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen when somebody says, I'm going to establish not just my own little private country over here. No, I'm going to establish a full-scale country with a government and an army and navy with my own money.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens because, you know, it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to be trillionaires. Winklevoss twins already about to catch Mark Zuckerberg in another 2 years. So.
Do you use Coinbase?
No. When I first started, I used it.
Good starter, but
it is a good starter to get you comfortable for a few weeks, and then either you get off on your own, or like me, they'll
force you off.
Yeah, they'll force you off. So Coinbase is literally for, you know,
like your first couple transactions,
the beginner, the novice, because if you start making a lot of buys through Coinbase, they'll literally just disable your account. You'll be allowed to transfer Bitcoin in it and take Bitcoin and cash out, but you would not be able to buy any more Bitcoin. They don't want you buying Bitcoin in Coinbase.
Coinbase, like we said, it's good to start with. It's easy, good interface. You can buy instantly, $40 worth with your card. You connect your bank in 2 days. But yeah, they take forever for your deposits.
It's gonna take at least
high fees.
I think it takes about 7 to 11 days.
Yeah.
Fees are high, like you just said.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for beginners. Like I said, when I started, I used it for a year with no problem, and then when the problem started, I'm on my fourth Coinbase account now.
Right.
I don't know what in the world. Like they just arbitrarily just stop you from doing it.
Just when you buy too much. I already know this. They don't listen. I can tell you they're
like,
not trying to.
I can't have that. You know.
What I will say is, what is it? We have videos out already. We did one on Bittrex and stuff, so we have a couple of videos out. But Coinbase is a good place to get comfortable and start.
Uphold and Gemini.
Uphold's going to take about 7 to 11 days to get your money through as well.
I did a video on local Bitcoins. If you can get on local Bitcoins, you could actually sell on there. Somebody can do cash deposits. It's a bunch of different ways. The only thing is you got to make sure you know who you're dealing with. Bitcoin ATMs is the easiest. That's the easiest way, but you have to pay for the convenience. It's usually a 20%, 16 to 20% markup.
Which I mean, depending on what you're gonna do with it.
I mean, if you buy it right now below 4,000, to me, it's like anything below 4,000. Who cares? I mean, anything below 10, really. That 20% is you're not even gonna care about that after a while.
Yep, Paxful. Yep. Thank you, T. Martin.
Yeah, because I would say, she's the Paxful guru right there.
Oh,
killing it. Yeah, 300 ways to buy on Paxful. I mean, you can use like a Domino's gift card and pay for Bitcoin.
I think we did a video on that too. That's on there.
Didn't put it out yet.
Did we not put it out? Okay, we didn't put it out.
Got a few in the stash trying to because I got to edit them down. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing for the free Bitcoin day?
Let's see. I want to know who have you told about Bitcoin? I kind of want to know.
Stop keeping it secret.
Have you told family, friends? Have you been laughed at?
I was going to say, have they laughed at you?
Have they told you you're stupid? Have you that uncle who's worked for a bank like I have, who's been in it for years, who told you this will never work? I'm interested to see who have you told about Bitcoin. What have you said? What have been your experiences? Put your public address. We'll make sure to send that to you, and let's get this discussion started. Because honestly, we need to start. We need to start spreading it around. That's a great
app guy. We already on top of that. We just not saying anything about it yet. And I actually was going to allude to that in an article I'm putting out later on today. So check back on my Facebook page and my website for this article I'm putting out. I'm not going to go into detail about it because it's way too early to talk about it.
Yeah, I just got excited reading it because we got a lot of stuff. I'll end it on this because I keep seeing people in the news. He said, "Told me that's about Bitcoin." Yeah. I keep seeing people in the news talking about why don't people do something then about whatever's going on in life. And we are here to tell you that we are the two of many people that are doing things about stuff. We just don't talk about it. Yeah. Once it happens, it'll be too late.
Once it happens, it's gonna be too late to stop stuff. But we are actively working to improve our global community.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, hey, you heard what you need to do. Put it in the public address. Make sure you put your public address. Put everything in quotes on our YouTube after the video so you can get that free Bitcoin. We'll choose that winner and we'll announce it tomorrow. Anything else?
That's all for me. Oh, make sure if you're going to comment, wait till the video's off because it won't show up.
Yeah, the comments won't show on the video right now.
Wait till it uploads and then we got you.
All right, hey, as always, thanks for watching, people. I don't know what I was going to say. It's a lot going on today. Thanks for watching.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. You can follow us at Kirby Crypto, KRBECRYPTO, at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I was supposed to post a photo of Instagram last week. I still have it. I haven't done it. I will. And we'll have our website up soon enough. Thanks for watching. Take care. Meeting up with some of the team members doing a